Welcome to Digging with Deej. I am out walking an old dead road just to see what we can find. I found it on a really old map. It almost looks like a cart path. So let's see what we can find. Who knows? We're going to explore today. So this is what it looks like. Now, commonly, old dead roads were what would have been locally known as a dump road. There's a pile of rocks right there. There's rocks along the edge. Well, it doesn't go very far. There's a great big pile of rocks. Huh. Look at that. All up around this tree. Now that's definitely man-made. But this is looking towards the main road. It's definitely, it could be a cart path, but it shows as being an old dead road that they stopped using in the 20s and 30s. And then there's, aha, that looks like a well, you guys. Oh, there's some deer hunting blinds there. And it's not deer hunting season. That's an old well or cistern or something. I purposely waited till now to come out. Lots of deer scat out here. Wonder why they left their blinds up when it's not hunting season anymore. Huh. Well, the road doesn't really have any... It looks like a road from that point and then it stops. That's weird. Time has taken over. It's all been overgrown. Well, we're just going to explore this area. It's almost making me wonder if there was a house here and it just never made it on a map. Huh. This is raised way up, and then that looks like purposely. You know what it reminds me of? If you're old enough to remember, before there were quote-unquote rest areas, there were roadside pull-offs to stop and rest or have some lunch when you were traveling. This is probably 100 foot off the road. I don't know. Weird. Upon doing some research, I found documentation that suggested that Michigan was the first to create and build the first roadside parks in the country, as early as 1920, with Connecticut following second. The National Safety Rest Area Program and the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956 are responsible for the rest areas we use today while traveling the country. The idea became more accepted, and by 1972, there were 1,200 modern rest areas built across the country. But this whole section here is raised up like that. That's almost making me wonder if that's what it was way back when. I hope this isn't homeless people, but those are expensive tents, so I don't think it is. See? Look at that. And then it just drops down. It's an odd shape, see? This is man-made. I mean, there's an actual line right here. Goes like that and then turns. So this whole area right here is raised up. I can't metal detect this area. Watch out for the vines. Look at that. I don't see any dumps out here. But if that's an old foundation abutment, that was typical also of building up the land or cutting out to raise it up to keep it away from livestock, you know, the home site. Lots of traffic from deer, lots of wildlife digging around here trying to find something to eat.
It could be an old state hunter pull-in, except they didn't have drinking fountains.
But that's about it. Lots of vines. There's no way you could get through this in the spring. I mean, when everything started greening up and leafing out. We got rose bushes everywhere. Deer have been pawing at the ground there. Well, that was disappointing. I was hoping the road was as good, the dead road that was very discernible at the road would continue, but I don't think it does. It stopped. It's been overgrown by time. Time and vines, lots of bicker bushes. Some of the ground looks like it's been manipulated like this, but I think that's because the tree is falling over. Right up there, that's raised up right there. Just exploring some state land. We've got bad weather coming. This whole year it's been so hard for the weathermen to forecast. We could get freezing rain, we could get snow, but we're going to get many days of it. So I've always wondered about this dead road because I've driven by it for 30, 40 years. Always wondered what it went to. So, and it's one of those things when you like to do adventures, go out on an adventure, you don't want to go back and think back and say, you know, when you see them developing it or building a house or building a subdivision, you don't want to go back and say, boy, I should have got in there and checked that out before they tore it up. So I don't see a whole lot, but that is curious. But it is also, that raised platform is also indicative of what the state does for hunter pull-ins back in the 50s and 60s, for roadside pull-offs, things like that. So, very common. So that's probably what it was. And there probably was a well there because they had drinking water if you needed it. My son is an avid deer hunter. And has brought home many beautiful bucks and filled our freezers with venison. See, this is from a different direction. Okay, see that line right there? That's this edge of that raised platform, and then it cuts in this way. Over there, down that way is where I showed you those posts, which are indicative of a state roadside pull-in area, you know. So I'm gonna get back to my car, but I mean, even to have that platform, you can see how far we are from the main road. It's still, there's where it starts to raise up. I walked through, and that's when I realized I was on top of a platform of earth. You know, I don't know for sure what this was. So, thanks for joining me on this adventure. We didn't find much, but at least we satisfied my curiosity. So, get out and explore your world. And I'll see you soon.
If you're looking for more treasure hunting adventures, please check out some assorted playlists on different types of treasure hunting that I've created for replay. Get out and find your treasure, folks. It's just out there waiting. See you soon.